Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Arbiana Capri. As always, thank you for being here. So a couple of days ago, well, by the time I post this, it'll be a week ago, I went to see Kehlani for her crash tour in Phoenix, and my makeup came out so bomb. Obviously, like, can we get into the face? And so I'm gonna show you guys how I did this look. At the same time, I'm gonna be telling you guys how the concert was and all the stories that went with the day of going to go see her. I love her down, so I go and see her every time she's in town. And this time she was here in Phoenix, and yeah, so I'm gonna be telling you guys a little story about the time I had at the concert, plus showing you the makeup that I wore because, again, ATE. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so to get started, I am gonna do my brows. I don't think that I did my brows super crazy for the concert. I think I just did them regular. Of course, going in with my e.l.f. laminating brow gel. Absolutely love this stuff, y'all know that. I wonder if I should try something different since I'm starting to like this laminated look, but we'll see. But anyway, let's start talking about this concert because that's what this makeup look is about. Went with my best friend. She's also a Kehlani stan. And when I tell you guys that this concert was amazing, like from start to finish, it was so good. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I don't really go to concerts. Like, I haven't been to a lot of concerts. This is the third one of hers that I've been to. Trust me, I go to her concerts every time she's in town. And then I've been to Chris Brown, and I think I've seen E40, but that was the first one that she performed at that I went to. She was opening for E40, I believe, and that was in I don't know, I was still in high school. And I think that it wasn't, which album was that? It wasn't You Should Be Here. Sweet Savage, Sexy Savage Sweet, something like that was the album she had just came out with. And she played at the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, and the stage was like rotating. That was the first concert of hers that I went to. It was so much fun. And then going in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer before we even start. And then I went to Chris Brown in 2019, right before COVID happened. It was like literally the last outing I had before the whole world like shut down. And then I went to her in 2022, and that was good. That was at the Arizona Theater, Financial Theater. And that was Blue Water Road concert. And then this one was for Crash. And I just truly noticed that, of course, my girl is big, you know, she growing or whatever. Because last year I think I paid $60 for tickets. This year I paid $150. And honestly, that's not an issue for me because I love Kehlani, and I don't go out, period, but I really don't go to concerts. And for this one, it was at the Arizona, the Talking Stick Amphitheater in Phoenix. And when I tell you that bitch was packed, like, my girl was doing her thing. That bitch was packed. Like, we were in there, and our seats were super close. We were literally right behind the people that had floor seats. So it didn't feel like I still, like, with everyone standing, I still saw the floor of the stage, if that makes sense. I'll try to insert some clips without the music, obviously. But yeah, it was such a good show. Now the problem came early in the day because me and my friend, we both waited till last minute to get outfits. We had nothing to wear, and honestly, I was like, okay, I want to wear, I had bought these boots, and I'll insert clips of our outfits. I bought these boots and they were so cute, and I wanted to wear them so bad. So my heart was like set on wearing these boots, and I was like, I have to wear these. And then there's like, I bought this like army green mini skirt, and I was like, I want to wear this too. So those had to go together. And this is just the Born This Way concealer in honey. And I'm gonna dot my eyes with this. Also, my lashes are throwing up gang signs. I have an appointment next week. So we're gonna be using strips today. But anyway, so we both didn't have anything to wear. She literally, which I'm so proud of her because she had to fucking work the day of, and I had the whole day off. Like I took the whole day off, and I was gonna do my nails. I'm like, I know I have to do my makeup, I have to do my hair, and I don't want to be stressed about it. Stress is an understatement. Like I was so behind on getting ready. Like I had nothing to wear. My room was a disaster, and I think I woke up at like 7 a.m. The concert started at 8. And on my lid, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder, using this same brush to set that concealer. Yeah, so anyway, she literally had to figure out her outfit like quick. And the concert, the venue is like closer to my house, so she had to get ready, fully get ready after work, and then come to my house. And she lives like 30 minutes from me. So I had went to the outlets to find something to wear, and then we had went to the mall like a day before to find something to wear, and we just couldn't find anything we wanted to wear. I'm gonna use the Tartelette in Bloom palette. This is like a neutral palette. I've had this palette forever. This is probably my first like real palette that I got when I started doing makeup, like forever ago. Like I was still in beauty school. And of course you guys know how I am. One brush only. Actually, we'll use 2 brushes because we will need an eyeshadow flat brush to put on the lid, but we're gonna wipe it off. And then I'm gonna go in with Smarty Pants, and this is gonna be dusted all over my lid, but concentrating on my brow bone, but putting it everywhere. So yeah, so we didn't find anything to wear until last minute, and then I ended up going with the most basic outfit. I wore the green skirt, the boots, and just a black crop top. And my friend, she had on fishnets with her mini skirt, her heels, and like a cute top. And when I tell you guys, we did not learn, well, obviously I have not worn heels ever to a concert because obviously you stand, but I was so dead set on the heels, and I'm like, oh, they're easy to walk in. Bitch, they're not easy to stand in. So I stand for concerts. Like I didn't pay all this money to sit down, right? So it was fine, but we'll come back to that. So we're enjoying the concert. We looked real cute, figured out our outfits. We get there, and then she had 2 openers. She had a rapper from Atlanta. Her name was Anastasia. I have never heard of her, but obviously there's a sound, I guess, that I recognized from TikTok. But she was super cute. Like she came out her little mini skirt, her little booty cheek was hanging out. Like she was so cute. And then she had another girl group who kind of like gave me like 90s R&B vibe, and they were called Flow, or Flow Like This. And we didn't realize that they were British until they stopped singing and were talking to us. We're like, oh. But yeah, and okay, then I'm gonna go in with the shade Rebel down here, and that is going to go inside my crease and like my outer corner. And they were good. They were so good. Like I was like, I'm vibing. So I immediately followed both of them because I'm like, I'm fucking with this. And Kehlani usually has good openers. Like I don't think I've ever been disappointed by her openers. And we went and got merch when I think Flow had started because the lines were so long. I'm like, oh, I'm praying that I even get anything. She had t-shirts and sweatshirts. And I got a sweatshirt, of course. And I'm like, perfect, because it's getting cold out. And it said on the front, Kehlani's Mrs. Corazon. And I love that song. But honestly, my wife, I love her down. And I was telling my friend, I was like, we are really dressed. Like when we were walking in, we were kind of like, are we overdressed? Because everyone's in like sneakers and jeans, like not like no makeup. Like everybody went chill, you know? And then me and her walking around in these tall ass heels. I'm like, no girl, they were just smart coming to a concert. But then we get inside the venue and everyone was like dressed up. Like I stopped so many girls because I'm like, babe, your shoes, fire. Like, you look fucking great. Where'd you get those? And everyone was so nice. Like, everyone was so fucking nice. I barely had to ask where'd you get those, because the girls were immediately like, oh my god, thank you. Like, I got them from such and such. I'm like, yeah, you're wearing that shit down. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Leader. And this is gonna go in like my outer corner. Same brush. Oh, yeah, it was crazy. We got our merch. Sorry guys, I'm probably like all over the place with this story. We got our merch, and I got a sweatshirt and a t-shirt, and then we got the same t-shirt. But I love sweatshirts. Like, to be living in Arizona and only like really having sweatshirts is crazy work. But oh yeah, so where I was going with that other part is that honestly I was like, girl, we're probably, the way we're dressed like hoochie mamas, this is probably the safest we'll ever be dressed like this, is at a concert for Kehlani. And reason being is that, one, it's filled with women. Everyone was so sweet. I'm like, this is the like majority of this concert is women, and we are probably the safest we'll ever be dressed the way we are dressed, and I'm here for it. So, and then oh my god, the cutest part of her, so her set comes on. Let me go back. Her set comes on. When I tell you guys, I lost my freaking marbles. I was screaming so much that I was like, there's no way she's real. Like, every time I've seen her, I'm like, and she comes on the stage, I'm like hyperventilating because I'm so excited. And then I'm gonna use a flathead elf brush, and then I'm gonna go in with the shade Flower Child, and this is just gonna go on my lid. And I'm gonna pat it on and kind of like carving out inside my crease and blending that together. So she comes out and she opens with, I believe, Groove Theory from the album. And her band was literally amazing. Like, her guitarist was so good. And of course, losing my shit. My best friend, we're looking at each other, like jumping up and down. Like, oh my gosh, she's right there. Like, we're seeing her. It was so fun. And honestly, we were so close. We were so close to the stage. And the show, the lights. And one thing I do love about her concerts is there's no, I don't know what it's called, where like an intermission, but like in her set, like she goes the whole time. And at one point when the show had started, she was going so hard that her shirt broke, and everyone in the crowd is like, take it off, take it off. And oh, and then I'm gonna go in with the shade Funny Girl, and this is like a shimmer. I'm gonna put this on my lid, and everyone's like, take it off, take it off, take it off. And she's like, you guys are hilarious, which is so funny that I didn't even realize until like halfway through the show there were kids there, little kids, because she was gonna do her remix to Kehlani, the song. And so she was like, oh, any kids like 13, 12 and younger, you know, come up on stage. And I was like, kids? Like, what is y'all doing here? Like, and she had just sang 8 from the album. She sang Susia. And I was like, brought their kids in here. I didn't even know. Honestly, I never checked the age requirement, so I guess that's probably why. But yeah, so she brought kids up there, and it was so cute. A couple teenagers went up there, and her daughter came out, and it was the cutest fucking thing. Like, she's so freaking adorable. She came out, you know, she has her like headphones on, and she like waved at the crowd, and all the kids up there did so good. And there was one girl, she was up there, she was crying. She was so happy to even just be up there. She was crying. It was so cute. This is it for the eyeshadow look right now. So what I did, of course, I want to be extra, so I added rhinestones, and I'm gonna use these smallest rhinestones. These are like the iridescent ones, and I put these all over, like in the front of my lid and in the crease area, using lash glue and then some tweezers. These, I think I bought these rhinestones for, I think for this look. If you've seen Euphoria, and there was a whole trend on TikTok at the time where it was like wearing bedazzled makeup, and that's exactly where, I think why I bought them. So using some lash glue, I'm just gonna dot it where I want the rhinestones to go. And I usually try to look down so that it doesn't like fold inside my crease. And I just place them at random. This part was probably the most tedious because I was like, I'm already running behind and I don't want to be late. So here, right there, and we'll do one. Okay, we'll just do 5 today. So yeah, she had everyone come on stage and they did the dance. So they did the TikTok dance where you like, where they point. So it's like, and then, so they were doing that and it was so adorable. And the kids, of course, killed it. And then she was like, okay, you guys can like, you know, get down or whatever. And everyone's like, can I get a picture? And the way I was jealous of these kids of getting like their selfies with Kehlani, I was like, damn, I wish I was old enough to, or I guess young enough to have been up there, but it's fine. Do it for the children. Honestly, this process is so tedious for me because these tweezers are not real tweezers. I think it's meant for nails. And like, there we go. So it's starting to look like that. And then I did put 2 on my actual lid. Okay, this is what it looks like. I do have a deep like fold. So I try to put like top and bottom. And that's what's looking like. I might put one more because I did do 6 for the concert. I might put one on this inner corner. But anyway, so then me and my friend sat next to this girl and she was by herself, so we just made friends. And she was cracking up at us the whole time, but she was so nice. Because when I tell you, we were acting like fools, like we were hyped for the show. Okay, that's what it's looking like. That looks better. So I'm gonna do the exact same on the other side and then I'll come back. Okay, so I got all the rhinestones on. And so we're gonna be done with the eyes. Shadow, I guess. But I forgot I don't have any lashes on. And we're gonna use Capri Artistry lashes. These are from my collection. And these ones are worn and they're already cut. And these are in the style Madam. Beautiful. These ones are more of like a cat eye wispy lash. And don't mind they're dirty. I've worn them. But you can reuse all of my lashes. And this is the, oh, this is them. So cute. So I'm gonna be putting these on. Yeah, like I said, I don't have a lash appointment until I think Tuesday. So these will do. And thank God I have a lash collection because without it, I'd just be bald. But anyway, I have 10 styles of my lashes ranging from super wispy to mega full. And like I said, these ones are in the shade Madam. Like a wispy, like a mega wispy cat eye is what it's giving. And no, I don't recommend ever putting lash strips over lash extensions. They do hurt when they come off, but it does work for when you're in a little bit of a bind. So the entire concert lasted about, I want to say 3 hours. I think she was done with her set by like 11. And she did pretty much all the, when she sang Honey, Honey is just one of those songs that just gets me. I feel like it's so beautiful, and like she sat down and she sang it and it was amazing. And then she did pretty much all the songs that were on Crash, the album. And then she did a couple songs off of While We Wait 2, which I think was great album. Honestly, that's all I listened to. Especially like in my lash studio. I seen them posted like Kehlani makes music for lash artists, and I'm like, that is for sure true. Because in my studio, that's pretty much all I play. If it's not like old 90s like R&B. Like I'm pretty much R&B all the way. Okay, and that is the eye look. Isn't it so cute? Like, I feel like the rhinestones just add a little razzle dazzle. The sparkle underneath kind of like pushes it out. And then my Capri Artistry lashes in the shade Madam. And then the rest of my face goes exactly the same as it always does. I'm gonna go in with my Pro Conceal. And guys, I feel like my skin's clearing up. Like, I started using the Good Molecules. I guess it's a new product, but they came out with a discoloration soap bar with the kojic acid, is that what it's called, in it. And I woke up this morning and I was like, okay, I don't know if like it truly is a difference, but and I feel like now that my natural hair is out and I don't have so much hair like from my wigs covering my face, I notice the spots a little bit more. But I mean, the texture of my skin is great. It's honestly just the discoloration. My breakouts aren't like terrible. Like I feel like I broke out all at once and then obviously the dark spots, but we move on. So anyway, yeah, so her concert lasted, I know I'm all over the place. I hate telling stories because I'm not obviously not good at it. So long story short, for a story that's not short. So after that, I didn't put primer on, did I? Did I put on primer? Yes, my face is sticky. I put on primer, right? Well, we're gonna hope so because we're already here. So anyway, let's get to the part of the concert where me and my friend were literally dying. So first of all, it wasn't, so it's getting colder in Arizona right now, but it's not like super cold. But if you live in Arizona long enough, as soon as it hits 70 degrees, it's freezing. So literally we were so worried about like, you know, being cold. So we wore, obviously we were wearing skirts and stuff, but we were like, okay, how are we gonna make sure we don't end up like freezing? Oh, this is my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation in maple. And we were like so worried about that we were like, we will be comfortable in these shoes and we will be able to walk. Girl, I was like, there was a couple moments that I did sit down for like 30 seconds because I was like, I can't. And I'm like, I'm moving, I'm dancing, I'm singing, I'm, you know, vibing out. And when I tell you, my feet were buzzing. The pain was so bad. And where we were standing, it's like even the concrete was at like an incline. So I'm pretty much standing on my tippy toes. So the balls of my feet were on fire. And she had on, they were both platforms. So we weren't wearing like flat heels. We were really just wearing platformed, like thick heeled boots. Or mine were boots, hers were like strappies. And so there's a couple times I sat down, I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna fucking make it. And we were talking about going to the after party, but where the after party was at 1111 in Scottsdale. And I guess to get into there, you have to be wearing heels. And I was like, if I have to keep these heels on, I'm literally going to, like my feet are gonna come off. And so she was like pushing through it. I was like, my feet hurt. And my shoes had more padding than hers. So she was pushing through, I was being a little bitch. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. It hurts so bad. You know, every time if Kehlani was on that stage, I was standing, but there's a couple of times that she like ran in the back. I don't know if she was like getting her water, but like homegirl did a lap and it took her like she would go to the back for two, like literally it was like two. I was like, oh, maybe she's doing an intermission. No, girl, she was probably getting water and coming right back out. Like she was not staying back there for long at all. And then I'm going with my same Too Faced Born This Way concealer for my concealer. And I did put it on heavy because we did full glam. So yeah, there was a couple times I sat down. I honestly was trying to, because when I go to concerts, I will record the whole show and like upload it for everybody else to see. But obviously everybody knew where I was going. Going in with my Juvias Place bronzer in the shade Cocoa. Everyone already knew I was going, of course. I like don't hide the fact that I love her down. And so I was just like, let me live in the moment. I did take a couple videos and for like obvious reasons, but I did not post the whole concert. And so I was like, let me live in the moment, because honestly she was so close to us. I was like, I can see her like right here, like facial expressions, hair moving, baby hairs and all, like she's right here in front of my face, like I'm seeing her. Let me just live in the moment. Plus like I didn't want to, one, take up all my storage space on my phone now that I like record everything in my life as it is. Like my storage is not the greatest. But my friend, she did. So I'm like, any videos that I want, like, I'm just gonna ask her for it, pretty much. But the show honestly was good. Again, especially if I'm going to a concert, like, I'm studying the album. Like, I'm knowing word for word. I'm singing with her at the top of my lungs. I'm dancing, I'm grooving. Like, there were times we got emotional because we're like, oh my God. Like, certain songs hit for certain reasons in our life, of course. So when she played like nights like this, it was like, damn, this is hitting home. But it was all so good. My favorite songs from this album, What I Want, gets me hyped. Sometimes if I'm in the car and I'm playing it, I'm like, run that shit all the way the fuck back. Run it back because I need to hear it again. I'm gonna go through and carve out my nose very lightly. I'm starting to like that snatched nose look. Even though in a couple videos ago, I was like, oh, I don't need to do that. And then I did it and I was like, oh, I love that. But, so yeah, she was playing like all the songs, and the way she like interacts with the crowd is crazy. And honestly, so during Susia, she gets down and she chooses somebody in the crowd to be her victim, and she makes the craziest and sexiest eye contact with them. And for me, I was like, y'all are not, because they showed it on the Jumbotron, like her interacting with the people in the front. I'm like, y'all are not getting it. Like, I need y'all to, like, if this woman was in front of me, the way I would like be like holding my hand, like, make me feel that shit. And they were just like, the way it looked, I was like, nah. I'm like, unless you guys are just like mesmerized. But I'm like, I wish I had that seat right there, like, because the eye contact with her is crazy and the interaction is crazy. So then I'm going with my other fluffy brush and I'm gonna blend out. I think I started on this side and take my time. I think that's been the best part about doing my concealer lately, is that the more time I take to blend it out, the better it usually comes out. And looking all the way up. So after the concert was over, we literally stayed sitting down for the longest time because our feet were hurting. We're like, okay, before we have to walk through this parking lot, like, let's give our feet a little bit of a breather. And we stayed there until the guy came and was like, okay, y'all gotta go. And we were like, damn, like, how are we gonna do it? Honestly, walking back to the car wasn't that bad, because actually that's a lie. Walking out of the stadium wasn't that bad. And then we got dropped off because parking was $50–$60, which is astronomical. And I live down the street, so I was like, I'm not paying that much for a concert. Like, that's not happening. And so yeah, so that was just not happening. I was like, I'm not paying all that money to park. Like, so we had to walk pretty far. We walked from the venue, from our seats, which were down at the bottom, from our seats all the way through the stadium. And if you live in Arizona, there's a dispensary right there. We walked to that, and the way we had to walk through like gravel and stuff, we were like, oh my God. And the closer the lights came out, like, oh my God, it's there. Like, we're approaching, we're getting so much closer. We're getting so much closer, like, we're almost there to the finish line. And I'm gonna set my face wet with the Juvias Place Ready Set Sealed. And then I'm immediately gonna go in with a powder puff to like blend all my wet products together. So yeah, we made it, and when we got in the car, we were like, oh my God. Like, we didn't realize how bad our feet were hurting until we like sat down after that. And then on the ride home, feet crazy. We took our shoes off, and even then it was like I can't go any further. I can't do anything. And then like, it was all night. Even when I got in bed, like, I took off my makeup, all that stuff, and got in bed, and the pain was like shooting up my leg. And then I'm going with the Huda Beauty. This is in Banana Bread setting powder. This is slowly becoming my new favorite. And I've been seeing girls on TikTok that are saying, like, use the powder. The more powder you use, the more you look like a filter. Oh, let me try that. So I've been using a lot of powder, and I push it in so much, and make sure to look up to get in all those creases. Okay, yeah, so we took our shoes off and then we're like, okay, we're hungry, let's go get food. And the walk the walk to the car was so bad. Like, we were both like, oh my god, there's no way, like, we're never wearing these shoes to a concert again. Like, we're not doing this to ourselves. Like, why did we do it in the first place? It was so bad. And I'm putting this powder like pretty much everywhere that I put like product, also like all over my face. And honestly, I wanted to go to the 11/11 after party so bad, because it was like, oh, round 2 of the concert, you know. I look on the Instagram, and before the concert was even over, that bitch was so packed. Like, they were in there like sardines already before the concert was even over. So it's like, I told my friend, I was like, by the time we like take a little second and like get ourselves together, we're literally gonna be at the door. We're not gonna be able to get in. We're not even gonna see her. Like, we're gonna be seeing heads of like girls that are also like us trying to see her. So we're just like, oh, forget it at this point, you know. Like, we weren't gonna make it, our feet weren't gonna make it, and the thought alone of putting on another pair of heels to go to the party was gonna take me out. All right, so now I'm gonna go back into my Tarte palette, and I'm gonna go with the fluffy angles brush, and I'm gonna go back in with Rebel, and I'm gonna put this on my lower lid. And then my pressed bronzer, this is the Anastasia Bronzer in Mahogany. And I'm just gonna go right over where I already put the bronzer. This is just setting it and bringing it back to life after all that powder. Honestly, I would go again. I would love to like, I'm like, girl, can you please have a concert every year? But now I'm like, I just want to go to other concerts. I know Lauder's coming out here soon. Not that I don't think I listened to enough of her music, but I know she had Mariah the Scientist at one of them. And there's a girl, is it Twee? It's like Thuy. I love her music too. And she gives me like, it's like an R&B too. Like, I love R&B music, so I guess that makes sense. And inside my Wonder palette, I'm gonna do the blush that's in here. Light and smiling so it gets my cheekbones. And then I'm gonna use the highlight that's in this palette, and I'm gonna put it in my inner corner. As well, I'm gonna use it as a highlight as well, but just kind of like give me a little bit more shimmer in this area. Connecting it to my bottom lid where I put that shade. And like that. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of highlight on everywhere else. Just like that. And that is pretty much the full face. So I'm gonna go ahead and set again. And then using my powder puff, I'm gonna go and press it back into my face. Honestly, this look is so easy and it's so quick. And I'm just in love. Honestly, I forgot bottom mascara real quick. And then for the lip combo, I'm gonna be using the LA Girl in Brown. This is a clear rose gold gloss from the Beauty Supply. And then my Juvias Place lip gloss in Butterscotch. And just an easy, quick lineup. And then Butterscotch in the middle. I put a couple layers of this because once I start blending it, it gets darker, obviously. And that's what it's looked like with just those two. And then I'm going to put this gloss on top. This gloss does have a little bit of a shimmer in it, which is so pretty. So. And that is the final look. Okay, so this is the final look that I wore to the Kehlani concert. It's super cute, and I just want to show you guys how I did it. But that is it. I'll see you guys in next week's video. Love you. Bye.
High fashion, like go, yo. G-Wagon, for the road.